Caitlin Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
Caitlin Clark just dropped a bombshell about turning down a $5 million offer from the Unrivaled league she did it. She says to stand by her fans and fight for the so-called future of the WNB, a league that ironically has done more to torment her than protect her. Clark's refusal to jump ship isn't personal gain. It's about keeping the WNBA from collapsing under its own dysfunction.
Part of you and what you've done on the court. But what you've done on the court has far exceeded what you've done in our community and around this country and getting little girls excited about playing basketball. But no place has it been better and felt more than at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. So here today, I just want to let you know, you are the AP National Player of the Year.
The very same league that gave her the platform to become a professional is the one she feels obligated to hold together, despite the bullying she endured from fellow players last season. Clark won't walk away. Why? Because her fans want to see her settle the score, not on a new stage, but within the league that both made her and tried to break her.
3.4 million people watched the WNBA All-Star Game. That was a reported 300% increase, and that's via Women's Hoops Network from 2023. So the game is definitely picking up attention, and we know Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are a big part of that, but also the current stars who have been.
Caitlin Clark just pulled back the curtain on what has to be one of the most insulting contract offers ever handed to an athlete of her caliber. I mean, let's not mince words here. This wasn't just a lowball offer, it was a joke. A contract so pathetically small, you'd think the league was struggling to buy office supplies, let alone fairly compensate one of the most electric players in sports.
The NBA. So I was like, oh, what's she going to get paid? Because finally, you know, you can get a real paycheck. And then I saw it and I was like, this can't be right. Because this is what it is. In the first year, Caitlin Clark will earn $76,535.
4 years, $338,500. That's the figure to the WNBA. That number must have seemed like a king's ransom. But let's compare it to what Caitlin could have earned elsewhere. A cool $1 million over 9 weeks from the Unrivaled League. That's not just pocket change. It's an entire treasure chest compared to the wnba's laughable offering. How on earth does the league expect to retain top-tier talent when they're effectively handing them monopoly money?
When we look at player salaries, people wonder, why are NBA player salaries 100 times higher than WNBA salaries? Because the TV money was 100 times higher in the NBA than it was in the WNBA.
It's not just about Caitlin Clark, though this offer shines a glaring spotlight on a league that seems to be stuck in a financial time warp. The WNBA loves to tout its progressive image, yet it pays its athletes like it's still $1,997, the average rookie. Salary is a pitiful $74.35. You heard that right. That's barely enough to make a dent in student loans, let alone reflect the immense skill, effort, and influence these players bring to the court. And if you think this is the norm, guess again. Look at the NBA. Even the benchwarmers in the NBA are pulling in sums that would make a WNBA star blush. Sure, the NBA rakes in more revenue, but that's not the point. The point is that the WNBA structure, its policies, and its sheer indifference have created a landscape where its own players are better off looking elsewhere. The league is so out of touch, it's practically doing the marketing for these rival organizations. Why play for peanuts when you can earn real money and be treated like an actual professional?
She'll be the biggest female star ever because she can pull up from the parking lot.
She is a killer. She is stone cold.
Caitlin, man, she's a phenomenon.
She's the best female collegiate player ever.
Caitlin Clark is capable of magical things.
Caitlin Clark deserved more, so much more. She brought in record-breaking TV ratings, merchandise, sales, and game attendance. She single-handedly made the Indiana Fever a team worth watching, but instead of rewarding her for breathing life into a league that desperately needed it, the WNBA threw her a contract that wouldn't even cover her value in jersey sales alone. And let's talk about those jersey sales. Caitlin's jersey was flying off the shelves, topping sales charts for months. The Fever went from a team that couldn't fill half a stadium to one that sold out 5 games in a row, the All-Star Game, once an afterthought, saw a 300% viewership increase after Caitlyn joined the league. The sponsors Nike, Gatorade doubled down on their WNBA investments. Why? Because Caitlyn Clark made them care. She made the fans care. She turned the WNBA from a niche product into something people actually wanted to see. So what did the league do to thank her? They handed her a contract with a salary that wouldn't even raise an eyebrow at a mid-level corporate job. And sure, they tried to sugarcoat it. They threw in perks like a nutritionist, mental health coaching, first-class travel, and premium accommodations. But let's be real, these are the kinds of things you should already have for your star players. This isn't a bonus. This is the bare minimum for any professional sports organization that wants to be taken seriously. Caitlyn Clark just laughed in the face of $1 million offer and walked away like it was pocket change. That's right, a 9-week deal from the Unrivaled League. Shorter seasons, higher pay, co-founded by WNBA, a royalty turned down without a second thought. If that doesn't make you sit up and pay attention, I don't know what will. They practically begged her to join, dangling that 7-figure carrot as if it would be an easy yes. But Caitlyn saw through their little ploy. She's not just a talented player, she's a savvy one who knows exactly how valuable she is. Let's get one thing straight, this wasn't a basketball offer. It was a marketing gimmick. The Unrivaled League didn't want Caitlyn Clark because she's phenomenal on the court, even though she is. They wanted her because she's a walking, talking headline. They weren't shy about it either. Alex Bazell, the league president, came right out and admitted it. Caitlyn was the star they needed to make their league seem credible. Translation: we need you to make us relevant. That's not respect. That's a shortcut to legitimacy. And Caitlyn wasn't about to let herself be used as a quick fix. Her response, a hard pass. Sure, she cited wanting rest and time to prepare for the 2025 WNBA season. But anyone paying attention can see it's about more than that. Caitlyn isn't interested in being part of some flashy new format that's more spectacle than substance. She's focused on building a legacy, winning championships, setting records, and taking women's basketball to places it's never been before. If she's going to lend her name and talent to something, it better be worth it. Doesn't mean just a big check. It means alignment with her goals, her values, and her vision for the future of the sport. Caitlyn's rejection is a massive statement. It's not just no thanks. It's this isn't enough, and it never will be. Women athletes have been undervalued for so long. It's practically a tradition. Clark's refusal to bite on that $1 million offer is a direct challenge to that tired narrative. She's setting a new standard. If you want the best, you better come correct. And coming correct means more than tossing money around. It means respect, genuine investment, and creating an environment where athletes can thrive, not just survive off the court. Caitlyn is an unstowable force. One tweet about her can draw a core of 1 million likes in a day. Her TikTok highlights over 50 million views. She's not just playing basketball, she's pulling in fans from all corners, including people who wouldn't have given the sport a second glance before. Her influence isn't just huge, it's culture shifting. She's making people sit up and pay attention to women's basketball in a way that no one else has managed to do at this scale. The trail doesn't lie either. Indiana Fever merch sales went through the roof, jumping 63% in 2024 compared to the year before. Sponsors like Nike are practically bending over backward to keep her happy, embedding contract clauses just for her. That's not normal. That's unheard of. Caitlyn Clark is a singular figure, a player who's changing the economic landscape of women's sports just by existing. And she's only 22. Her influence goes even further. When Caitlyn shines, everyone around her benefits. Teammates like Kelsey Mitchell have seen their social media followings explode, and endorsement deals start rolling in. The Caitlyn Clark effect is real. She's lifting the entire league, the entire sport, into a brighter spotlight. If that's not proof of her value, what is? The truth is Caitlyn's making everyone else rethink their priorities. She's showing sponsors, leagues, and fans that women's basketball isn't just a niche. It's a major player in the sports world. And she's making it clear that if leagues like the WNBA don't start treating their players like the stars they'll lose them. They'll lose their shot at a bright future. Caitlyn Clark isn't waiting around for them to get their act together. She's forcing them to step up. And if they can't keep pace, that's on them. The Unrivaled League tried to dangle a big carrot in front of Caitlyn Clark. She turned it down with a shrug. She's not interested in gimmicks or short-term gains. She's playing the long game. and she knows exactly how much power she holds if leagues don't start treating her and her peers with the respect they deserve. They'll find themselves irrelevant. Caitlin Clark has spoken, and it's time for the sports world to listen.